10 money mistakes to avoid in your 20s that cost you thousands. Your 20s are an exciting time. New experiences, new responsibilities, and new financial decisions. But if you're not careful, some of those decisions could cost you thousands of dollars down the road. Today, we're going to break down 10 common money mistakes to avoid so you can set yourself up for financial success. Stick around until the end because we've got some actionable tips that could save you big time. Mistake number 1. Not having a budget. When you're young, it's easy to spend without thinking, especially with the temptation of online shopping, dining out, or those spur-of-the-moment trips. But let me ask you this, do you really know where your money is going each month? Without a budget, it's like driving with your eyes closed. You have no idea where you're headed or how much you're spending. Let's break it down. Start by tracking your income and every single expense for a month. This includes the big things like rent and small things like that daily coffee. Use a budgeting app like Mint or Winamp. You need a budget, or even a simple spreadsheet. Once you see where your money is going, you can start cutting back on non-essentials and allocate more towards your savings or debt repayment. Tip: allocate a portion of your income towards fun money, but make sure it's within your budget. This way, you won't feel deprived, but will still stay on track. Next up, relying too much on credit cards. Credit cards can be a useful tool if used responsibly, but in your 20s it's easy to rack up debt without realizing how quickly it can spiral out of control. You might think, I'll pay it off next month, but high interest rates mean that carrying a balance month to month will cost you way more in the long run. Let's say you have a $1,000 balance on your credit card with an 18% interest rate. If you only pay the minimum payment each month, it could take you years to pay off, and you'll end up paying hundreds more in interest. Ouch! Actionable tip: try the 48-hour rule before making any non-essential purchases on your credit card. Wait 48 hours before buying that item you're eyeing. Often, you'll realize you don't need it, and you'll avoid unnecessary debt. Mistake number 3 is ignoring student loans. After graduation, it can be tempting to put off those loan payments, especially if you're not earning much yet. But here's the thing. Interest keeps piling up and your debt keeps growing, even during any grace periods. To put it in perspective, if you have $30,000 in student loans at a 5% interest rate, after a year of not making payments, you'll owe $1,500 more just in interest. That's money you could have put towards your savings or other financial goals. Pro tip: look into repayment options that fit your budget, like income-driven repayment plans. And whenever possible, make extra payments toward the principal. Even small extra payments can make a big difference over time by reducing the interest you'll pay overall. Not building an emergency fund is mistake number 4. Life is unpredictable. Car repairs, medical bills, or even sudden job loss can hit when you least expect it. Without an emergency fund, you might end up relying on credit cards or loans, digging yourself into a deeper hole. Example: imagine your car breaks down and the repair bill is $1,200. If you don't have an emergency fund, you might have to charge it to your credit card, adding interest and debt. But with an emergency fund, you can pay it off immediately, stress-free. Actionable tip: start small, aim to save $1,000 as your initial emergency fund goal. Once you hit that, gradually build it up to cover 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Keep it in a separate savings account that's easily accessible but not too tempting to dip into. Living above your means is mistake number 5. It's easy to get caught up in the social pressures of having the latest gadgets, trendy clothes, or dining at fancy restaurants. But spending more than you earn is a sure way to financial stress. Story time. Think about your friends who always seem to have the latest iPhone or are constantly traveling. It's easy to feel like you should be doing the same. But remember, appearances can be deceiving. They might be financing those purchases with debt, which leads to more financial stress down the line. Actionable tip. Focus on your own financial journey. Consider adopting the 50-30-20 rule. 50% of your income goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. This will help you maintain a balanced financial life without overextending yourself. Mistake number 6. Not investing early. Your 20s are the best time to start investing, even if it's just a small amount. Thanks to the magic of compound interest, the sooner you start, the more your money will grow over time. Let's say you invest $100 a month starting at age 25. By the time you're 65, assuming an average 7% annual return, you'd have over $260,000. But if you wait until you're 35 to start, you'd only have around $120,000. That's a huge difference. If your employer offers a 401k match, contribute at least enough to get the full match. It's free money. If not, consider opening a Roth IRA and contributing what you can. Even $50 a month can make a big difference over time. Skipping health insurance is mistake number 7. It might seem like an easy way to save money, especially if you're healthy, but one unexpected medical bill can wipe out your savings. A trip to the ER for something as simple as a broken bone can cost thousands of dollars. Without health insurance, you're responsible for the full amount, which could send you into debt. Look into affordable health insurance options like plans through your employer or the healthcare marketplace. Even a high-deductible plan is better than nothing, and it can protect you from catastrophic expenses. Mistake number 8. Not negotiating your salary. When you're starting out in your career, it's easy to accept the first offer you get, especially if you're just excited to land a job. But by not negotiating, you could be leaving thousands of dollars on the table. Let's say you're offered $50,000 a year, but with some research and negotiation, you manage to get that bumped up to $55,000. That extra $5,000 per year adds up. Over 10 years, that's an additional $50,000, not including raises or bonuses. Before you accept a job offer, do your research on salary ranges for your position in your area. Websites like Glassdoor and PayScale can give you an idea of what's fair. Don't be afraid to ask for more and be prepared to back up your request with examples of your skills and accomplishments. Mistake number 9 is overlooking retirement savings. Retirement might seem like a lifetime away, but the earlier you start saving, the less you'll have to save later. If you start saving $200 a month at age 25 and retire at 65, you could have over $500,000, assuming a 7% return. But if you wait until you're 35 to start, you'll need to save almost twice as much each month to reach the same goal. Take advantage of any employer match programs. They're essentially free money. And even if retirement seems far off, consider setting up automatic contributions to your retirement account, you'll be surprised how quickly it adds up without you even noticing. And finally, mistake number 10, failing to set financial goals. Without clear goals, it's easy to drift through your 20s without making much financial progress. Think of financial goals as your roadmap. Whether it's saving for a down payment on a house, paying off debt, or building a certain amount of savings, setting specific achievable goals will help keep you on track. For instance, if you want to save $10,000 for a car in 3 years, break it down. That's about $278 per month. Use the SMART Goals framework. Make your goals specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Write them down and revisit them regularly to track your progress. Adjust as needed, but keep your eyes on the prize. So there you have it, 10 money mistakes to avoid in your 20s that could save you thousands of dollars. Remember, your 20s are a time to build a strong financial foundation that will set you up for success in the years to come. Make smart choices now, and your future self will be forever grateful. If you're feeling overwhelmed, remember that it's okay to start small. Focus on one area at a time and build good habits gradually. The important thing is to stay consistent and keep learning. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more personal finance tips. We've got plenty more content coming your way to help you master your money. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.